Hello, everyone. It's not actually that spooky. We're not quite at spooky time yet. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Nerdsmith Pixel. It is Monday.
Huzzah! I'm so excited.
Alora has been fucking excited all day because of this game she didn't know was coming out today. And so we decided to indulge in the hype.
In the hype, I played my game on Nerdsmith Pixel. Okay, I'm done.
I knew we were friends for a reason. Anyway, hi everybody. Hope you're doing well tonight. We are playing a scary game tonight. We are playing Slay the Princess, which is a visual novel, which I interpret to mean there's do you know if there's voices or not? Or are we reading? There are voices.
There is. I was very excited about some of the voice actors in there.
Okay.
Jonathan Sims.
Go hang out in my little corner, a la the Blair Witch.
There might be some opportunities to read.
Okay. So, hope everybody's doing well tonight. Be sure to get your security blanket and a nice cozy drink, and we will be playing this game. Real quick before we start, just wanted to give a really brief shout out to our sponsors. Big thank you to World ANVIL, the most robust world building and campaign management tool on the internet. It has great features for building your worlds through articles, maps, timelines, relationships, random tables, and so much more. Whether you're creating prose, an RPG campaign, or other fiction project, World ANVIL is free to use and has incredible customization features if you choose to become one of their guild members. You can use the link in chat, and you can check out Nerdsmith's homebrew world of Vale and see what is possible with a guild membership. Stay tuned, there will be some Patreon exclusive stuff maybe coming out during the stream today. Totally not going to be multitasking tonight. In addition to World ANVIL, we are proud dice affiliates of Die Hard Dice, who create beautiful metal and polymer dice sets and accessories. dieharddice.com/nerdsmith is where you will go, or use the code nerdsmith to get 10% off your entire purchase. And be sure to let them know that we sent you, and Castle Die Hard might throw in a gift or two in your delivery. We're also giving away sets of Die Hard dice this week on our live stream Signals of the Lost. So be sure to tune in on Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern to try for a set of pretty dice.
You can't
Alora
see it,
runs
but I'm
that
dancing.
stream.
I do. It's pretty awesome. You should check it out.
We are also affiliates of Hero Forge, one of the coolest online character creators where you can design and print your own custom minis. Make your hero today with an ever-growing catalog of clothing, armor, face customization, which just came out for everybody, animal companions, and more. Consider subscribing to Hero Forge Pro, which gets you early access to new features and assets. You can create your own custom paint colors, you can organize your creations into folders, and you get access to the Creator Library, which hosts thousands of miniatures by the insanely talented community of Hero Forge Pro users. Get your custom heroes printed in high-quality metal or polymer. You can download 3D files of your hero for virtual tabletop programs, or you can print them on your own with your own 3D printer. You can support Nerdsmith by using our affiliate link that we put in chat when you sign up to become a Hero Forge Pro subscriber, or whenever you purchase your 3D or 2D custom minis today. You should definitely check them out. It's Monday, but tomorrow will be Treasure Tuesday, which means a brand new asset or feature will be released, and that goes out to Hero Forge Pro users.
Ciao.
And finally, we here at Nerdsmith Pixel are specifically sponsored by Grinding Coffee. They are a small business, Black LGBTQ owned coffee and coffee subscription service. You can get coffee in lots of different flavors and lots of different preparations, from whole bean to pre-ground. Alora has been trying a few flavors lately. What do you have again?
I have Cult Classic, which is a chocolate and hazelnut fruit. And then I also had a pumpkin spice because I'm a pumpkin spice girly. And it's very good. And I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. Would try again.
Have you
I
tried
also
doing
wanna...
pumpkin spice with pumpkin spice whipped cream?
Listen, Angela, the budget doesn't allow for that one, but maybe someday.
Listen, I wandered into a Whole Foods and they had an entire freezer section full of pumpkin spice stuff. I'm like, those bitches know their audience.
You're welcome to send me some. Like, I'll never complain about pumpkin spice.
I'll get something delivered to you rather than sending you whipped cream in the mail, because not only perishable but also condensed in a can, they might have an issue with the pressure through the mail.
Sure.
Anyway, so if you use the code in chat or with the code DRPG, which I probably will be changing to something else at some point, but we're going to keep it a DRPG for now, you get 10% off your order with Grinding Coffee. They are a really cool group of people, and you should definitely consider supporting a small business today. Okay.
That's it. I'm ready.
Here we go. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Cool.
No doubt. Chapter 1. Hero.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
That's so cool. You can, like, move your mouse around.
Oh, that's very neat.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So am I to understand, are we doing a speed run at the beginning?
No, we can choose whatever you want.
Oh no.
I love Johnny Sims.
So we can explore the end of the world. What are you talking?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Was he the narrator for Thomas Was Alone?
No,
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
He has a similar vibe, but he also has a similar vibe to the Stanley Parable guy.
That's fair.
Just because someone is British.
Okay. They sound really similar. You should put their voices next to each other.
No.
Oh.
Anyone who is unfamiliar, Johnny Sims, who is the narrator currently, wrote and voiced Jonathan Sims in the Magnus Archives.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Angela, would you like to do the honors of reading?
Sure, which one are we doing?
We'll just go down the line.
Okay. But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Okay, I'm getting Stanley Parable vibes from this. Why should I? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
But the trolley problem.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn the music down.
Can we also, is there any way to adjust so that we can see all, I mean, I guess the options for the text are, I think that's just what it is.
Yeah, I don't think there's any about that.
That is okay.
The Boyle effect.
That must
I don't
be.
know, man.
Yeah, I assume that's similar to how the parallax is happening here. There's probably the Boyle effect is probably how everything's shaky, like in home movies, in the cartoon series. Like if you look at the branches in the front, they're a little like wiggle lines. I think that's what that is. Is that you can turn that off because I could see that being a little. I could see that being a little intense.
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with it?
Jesus.
Some of these are really funny. We'll just keep going down.
Oh my god. I think I'm gonna bet if you do all of these, the world's gonna end before we get to the scene, and I love it. Okay. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Can't someone else do this?
Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Why me?
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Liz! Thank you for subscribing.
Congratulations, Liz. It's a nerd. Forget it. I'm not doing this.
Actually,
No?
hold on.
Hold on.
Let's do this one.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay.
Fine.
Can you tell
I
me
like
what
the one that starts with look. I actually read through most of that. I like it a lot. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Fuck off, narrator.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Amazing. No options. Let's do it.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Damn.
Alright, Chad, are we grabbing the blade or are we just going into the basement?
First one who posts, get the vote. What if I want to do it wrong, Gabby says.
Done.
I say
All
we
right.
go with the narrator on the first go through. But
All right, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save
Oh, we
the
got a
world
little blade
without
in
her.
our hand now.
where?
On our cursor.
Oh.
It's a fun little detail. Enter the basement. Dun dun dun.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Sure.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Just checking in on you. I think I'm here to kill you.
What do you think, Franz?
Hi. Hey, hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I noticed that there's another chain,
She's so
and it is not
coldly beautiful.
chaining her to the wall.
Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
Oh. I'm too
And
good.
there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Too gay for.
She has that, like,
Nuh-uh.
Now, this is a woman who loves to neg.
are we going with the I'm too gay for this quest?
I'm just here to talk.
Okay.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat.
I hope she unhinges her
Dramatic
jaw
point.
and swallows
What
you
if we
whole.
just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat.
True.
Don't you dare.
Don't tell me what to do.
It's fine. We can decide
really
what
weird
we want
hearing
to
him
do
argue with himself.
after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten that grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Do we just do the job?
Let's just do the job and see what happens. I'm
sure
curious.
we're playing this multiple times. Or she's
Oh,
gonna kill
yeah.
us if we try.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Why are we scaly?
A moment of
we a
distraction and hesitation
dragonborn?
is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Ow.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
You know what? Go, bitch.
Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as
More
many
like
times
slay,
or more,
princess.
each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Can we finish the job?
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not
You're a
feel all those
goblin.
ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Dear Lord.
But you
This
don't
is
have
so
time
romantic.
to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Cool.
Good talk.
Huh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in
What?
the basement of that cabin,
Why chapter 2
Is a
not just starting
princess.
over? Interesting.
you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Of the stubborn.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Let's assume that I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
That's not true.
We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations.
All right,
You've been
then.
given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've
Voice
got
of
a
the
fight to
stubborn.
win. Nothing else matters.
They should have just named it
I
Alora.
couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
Oh, alright. Quote you from last time. She's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands?
Is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Oh God.
We.
Sure, the first one, that's a fair question.
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go
Okay,
in,
so don't
do
talk
your
to
job,
her.
and save the world.
That's probably part of it. So we could
This
try
is
not
maddening.
talking to her.
Why do you keep asking questions? There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going on here. Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
I'm sure.
Why do we have another voice happening here too?
I don't know. I don't remember what happened in the demo. Played that last year. Who locked her in the basement?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Alright.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Run and leave.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, John.
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Sure.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Alright, proceed to the cabin.
I'm down for not talking at all this time.
The cabin is
Oh.
tighter than its exterior
What?
would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
Wood on the here.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I mean,
You take
yeah.
the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Okay. Are we just doing this straightforwardly?
I meant don't talk to her. We can ask questions here, I think.
Okay. Time to
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Stop gaslighting us, narrator.
So focus up. The world is depending on you.
I wonder what her hand will look like when we try to kill her this time.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
clean the mirror.
You reach forward and
Yeah,
rub your
we're like a
hand against the
dragon.
cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago,
What the hell?
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
I do like his voice for the voice of stubborn. That's funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, the mirror's gone. Guess we're going into the basement.
the door to the basement creaks
Oh, that's
open,
cool too. They changed
revealing
that.
a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
I don't know if I can do this.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I
Hell
appreciate
yeah.
the enthusiasm,
Hell yeah.
just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your
Right.
head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the
Jesus
final
fuck.
step, the form of the
I can't
princess
kill her,
is
Angela.
you.
You have
A
to.
large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
I still question why she only has the one.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Gabby said I will let her end the world.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see
See?
that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
All right. We're just
We have a
killing
lot of
her.
options. I hope you heard that, Mr. Narrator. It's funny.
So you remember me. I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye. Alright, are we
Yeah.
slaying her?
I think we should just try
Let's
to
slay the princess.
Good. With a singular focus, you launch off the whetstone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
We're gonna have another voice when
You
we
can
die, I
feel
think.
flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum. Your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard.
Okay.
Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
Oh.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Unlaunched blade.
You pull back on
Oh.
the blade's hilt, doing your best
Okay.
to free it from its sinewed prison. But as you tug the blade free, the princess slams you down onto her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter.
Oh, that
cracking
Foley
like
is
wood from
great.
the impact. And you find yourself in midair, effortlessly tossed across the room. You hit the floor, your ribs complaining painfully, but you can feel the hilt in your grip. You still have your weapon. You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress.
Calm down,
But
Foley.
you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last. This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her. She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
The princess's arm shoots
Ow.
forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She squeezes,
Whoa.
pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Fuck you.
The eye of the needle.
You're on a path in the wood.
What
If
the-
you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Okay. Alright, so we're gonna turn the Foley down just a smidge.
Okay.
Because that was a very loud crunch in my cranium.
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive.
Oh,
You died
Jesus.
because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room. If
if we're going to
We
survive.
have to let her out.
Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Then what is going on?
That's what I'm asking.
What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here, and if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen.
What's up?
I just misread it the first time.
It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason.
Listen here, Apple.
We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
Valid.
Unfortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that.
There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here.
Huzzah.
Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin. It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call these woods. It's like her influence has poured out into the world.
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too?
That's a good point.
Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
We know the answer to the first one. The world ends if we do that. Like, we know what he's gonna say.
But maybe he won't.
You're the chooser. The best we can do is advise. But we can help if you let us. These are just powerless thoughts and
Yeah,
opinions.
okay.
You don't need to let them drag you and the world to ruin.
You know, I've slayed the princess both times I've gone in there.
No,
and
we
strange
definitely
shit
got our
has-
face cracked the second time.
I've attempted to slay the princess both times I've gone in there. And I've gotten my ass kicked at least twice.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
We could.
What do you think, Franz?
I think this particular one we should just keep trying.
Okay. I think we should talk to her this time.
I
If she
agree.
acknowledges that she remembers us, we should talk to her.
Proceed to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path,
Jeez.
staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know.
we've
Screaming
tried.
sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase.
I like the voice of the hunted.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh, I
suffocating
hate
tight.
this.
More of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
He said that every time.
Right,
See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there.
I'm really weirded out by the fact that they keep talking about it squeezing you like you're in a body.
Take it.
Yeah, we can try to see ourselves in the mirror again.
There's no way forward. There's a mirror at the end of the room. That's it.
Maybe it'll go away again.
For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with. And let me assure you, there's no mirror here. The only thing at the end of the room is the door to the basement.
No use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there.
I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. If worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
Do I take the blade or do I leave the blade?
Leave it this time. Let's talk to her.
We can try to survive without our steel claw, but you've marked us as easy prey. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it.
It's not there.
You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you.
This really is just like last time.
It smells of nothing, yet it's still there.
I want to see if we can see ourselves.
You reach forward and
No.
drag your hand across
Okay.
the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
Are you sure you still want to fight?
Dead certain. Everything inside of me screams for it.
Good to know.
We need to get closer. She needs to see us to give chase.
Alright.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember, every crack and crevice will need to be faster than her.
Yeah, I have my doubts that's possible.
You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel.
She's slowly
Princess,
turning into a dragon.
imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness.
Ew.
Her face droops.
There you are. But this time you don't even have that little knife. Do you think this is a joke?
Do I look like a joke to you?
Do you need me to break those fragile bones again to remind you how serious this is?
She's bubbling, hot with rage. We can't get close if we want to live. But we'll be
Listen,
able
I'm
to draw
gay,
her
but-
out of here. She's hungry
But-
for us. I know
But-
I said this earlier, but I really have to stress how thin of a razor's edge you're on right now. We know the only way out is through the eye of the needle.
Roll credits.
Ew.
And we're going to win. You'll need the steel claw.
We're going to win.
Ooh, okay.
Bloody desire in
Oh,
her
shit.
eyes, the
Run.
princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
Ben
I didn't know we were watching Legally Blonde. Run!
Uh-huh.
Without hesitation, you turn
Run.
back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do,
Jesus.
instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff.
Oh god, what did I do? Return?
Anywhere you go, I will follow!
Promise?
No, romantic.
You reach the ledge and
gonna
hoist
grab the
yourself
knife?
up into the tunnel.
I don't
Finally
know.
in sight, at
I say
once
do
within
it.
your grasp and infinitely distant.
Should I grab the knife, Chet?
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
Don't get the knife.
What are...
I say don't get the knife with that
Steel
comment.
claw,
I don't
now.
think she understands. I don't know. Chat says take it. Rather, Gabby says take it.
Gabby is Chat.
Yes. Gabby is
right.
Legion.
I trust Gabby with my life. Let's do it.
Without missing a step, you grab the blade
Grab
from
it,
the
but don't
altar.
use it, maybe. Is what Gabby says. I don't know why I'm
So
scared.
you do want to fight me? Good.
Yeah, I wonder what
We're almost there.
He's
Don't
gonna
think
kill us.
about almost. We're there when we're there, and we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance
Oh,
back at the cabin
she's
as the
bigger than
princess,
I thought.
singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been
Oh.
worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it!
Thinking about me.
Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
God, I really kind of want to talk to her. Because I'm a terrible hero.
The princess scoffs.
Free? This is just another place. This is just... What is this? Where are we? This doesn't feel right. It's cold. Why is it so cold? I feel so tired.
What the hell?
Oh God.
What the fuck?
You do not have an
Blind
opportunity to
leading
respond.
blind.
Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. No
The
narrator.
blind lady. Yeah, I say the blind leading the blind is the achievement I just got.
Nice.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? It hasn't ended. We're still here.
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's like it's mocking us.
Let's just stay still.
That's a good plan. I think I'm supposed to look.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
You don't really have an
Well,
option.
You know, I'd love to walk away, but
I'm begging you, don't do this.
we are never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Oh, there's no narrator. Ah,
Yeah.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It is time for you to see what's in body. It's you, is the achievement I just got. It's you. You are alone in the place that is empty. Quiet here. Am I the princess? Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. Hi, Kara.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Do you know the narrator?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
I like, are you what sent me to slay the princess?
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Trap.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
The music.
You're jumping in and out a little bit audio-wise, Allura.
Oh, is that better?
I mean, that's 2 words, yes?
Is
It's kind of in the middle of your sentence.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Okay.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
Do you know where the world is beyond?
I know only that they are.
Oh, I hate that 2 of them are using her jaw.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
It worked in Neverending Story. Are you the prince?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But you were always the princess? Or are you just part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do you know?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
I don't know, guys. What do you want? What do you
I
think?
say let her out. Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
How many more pieces?
More than you have found,
Thanks, that's
but
all.
less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop from her. If I help you, is that you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being some. Fine.
You're dropping out
How
again,
can
Allura.
I know? I am flickers.
I don't know what to
something
do.
Sprawling and unilluminated.
Please. Is that better?
We'll have to find
know,
out.
it's not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
okay.
have to find out.
I hate my mic. It's fine. Test. Okay, so my gain was all the way up previously. That's fun. All right.
It could be your Discord settings. You might need to turn the sensitivity so that it's picking up more.
turn it. I did turn it down.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm also happy to read if it keeps happening and you want to break.
It's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you? Oh, did it not click? Gosh darn it.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again. She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Jesus fucking Christ. That made me jump. Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Go forward. Just go through just go straight forward.
You make your way up the short path.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I say don't take the knife this time.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You said don't take the
I say
blade.
enter the basement.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's
Just go
all
straight
part
down.
of the manipulation.
Don't even answer.
You're playing a dangerous game
I
by
want to see
coming
what
here
options we get if we
unarmed.
just go to her.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I want to see what happens if we help her, personally. So, like, examine.
You're only making this more difficult.
She's definitely going to eat us, but, you know.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Walk
We're
up
gonna
to the
die.
chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I like the first one. Ask her if she has any ideas.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
What about you? You murdered me multiple times.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
What?
She offers the suggestion.
God damn it.
What?
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
I keep activating. Isn't anything coming through? By the way.
Barely.
From my mic.
I mean, nothing that's distracting at all. I hear like a click once in a while.
Okay. I
Yeah,
still don't want you to hear it.
It's totally fine.
Yeah, the problem is my headphones are just super loud, so I don't want those to carry through.
They're not like I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything from your headphones, no.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're not hearing anything.
Okay.
I promise.
Thank you. It's weird. I don't know what the issue is.
It's okay. Nothing has been disruptive.
It's just frustrating because I keep lighting up on the screen, but nothing is coming out of my mouth.
You just ignore it. Play the game. We're good.
No. It's bothering me.
I wanted to play the game. Cut the princess's arm off. No, I don't know what our options are yet.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs
Oh, you
slams
sons
shut.
of bitches.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and plead. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the
Fucking
task
narrator
is done.
left us in.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs, This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh,
hesitated
God.
raising
Oh,
her
my
arm to
God.
her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save her. Please stop chewing your arm.
Fine. Against your better
No!
judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm,
It's
just
upsetting
above the
how,
unyielding chain
like-
binding her to this place.
There's blood on the cursor now, too.
We can't see the cursor,
Cut
but I believe you.
into her flesh.
You Foley
The
person
blade
better
is sharp,
fucking.
and it takes little effort to
Ah!
her arm.
I'll make sure to add
Her limb falls to the ground.
content. Oh no, we
The
already have
heavy
violent
chains
graphics.
follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the
Better
whole
not
ordeal.
fucking move.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay. I guess we don't get to ask
No.
questions.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her
Gasp.
escape into the world. As the
Narrator
princess
takes
approaches
agency.
the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No!
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
No!
What are you doing?
Oh my god. Warn her.
Warn her!
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist!
The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its
He's
way
just a little
into
salty,
your body.
huh?
A little bit. This is very Stanley Parable.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
No.
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
Jesus Christ.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Hello, Dragon Rider. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're here.
Yeah, this is a fucking heck of a game.
And you die.
I am so.
Don't worry, Dragon
sorry.
Rider. It's not the end of the game. We've been playing for an hour.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin.
Another one.
And in the basement of that
How salty
cabin
can we be to the narrator?
is a princess.
You fucking
You're here
killed
to
me!
slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no.
That's what I clicked on the first time.
No, oh you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We
I
just
mean,
met
okay,
for the
so if
first
the
time.
implication is the narrator genuinely doesn't remember any of this. Because we are literally
He doesn't
in
remember
different
what happened,
narratives.
then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we have to be sneaky about it.
Our beloved?
Incredible.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Yeah.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Dear Lord.
Proceed to the cabin.
What happens if we turn around and leave?
A warning. Before you go, she will lie, she will cheat,
we know,
and
we
she will
know,
do
yes.
everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Oh.
We
Okay.
already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted.
If anyone
Her
watches,
beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
if anybody watches What We Do in the Shadows,
I
this
think
is just
we've already
Laszlo.
been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Father!
I do, but I also speak
do.
from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
I want to sing.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
It's just the hero and the smitten right now.
The interior of the
Well, this is
cabin is
different.
clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
So the mirror has to do with the other being.
Yeah.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it.
We know he can't see the mirror.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the blade.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to free her using the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
More like
Exactly.
voice
Hopefully
of
it
the
doesn't
simp.
put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us. Again, there's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's
Hush.
Okay.
the door to the basement
Ooh.
creaks
Ooh.
open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet
Slaying her isn't
glimmers in
doing
the
her a
light of
favor
the
this
torches
time.
positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight,
The voice of a simp. Is it me, Jesus?
but it's still a stone
Is it
basement.
me, Jesus?
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Oh.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It is I.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Oh,
Please to
Lord.
fucking
Held my
calm
tongue
down.
till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs
Oh,
and
her
lock
dress is
eyes
so
with
pretty.
the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Does she have a hand?
Yeah, it's just...
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
fucking hell.
It's you, my dashing hero.
Oh,
I was
God.
so worried you wouldn't come back.
Okay, she
Did you
does
hear
remember.
that? She said we're dashing.
That is not the important part here.
And she called us a hero.
No.
Oh, now you're smitten.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this
Hey,
is
he
next to
finally
incontrovertible
fucking
evidence.
believes us.
You've been here before.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before,
Cruelty.
so an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Fuck off.
We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Yes.
Now, hold on, if she actually ended a world...
Tag yourself,
are you
which
sure
voice
we
are
want to
you?
do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Of course we do.
You want to put a poll in the chat to see if we should
We never
rescue her?
saw a world end.
It's gonna take a
Now
while.
I'm even more
I'll prep
certain
one
we must chase our
for
heroic
future
and
versions.
romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I love that she's just sitting patiently, like while we're having an internal debate.
Mm-hmm. We've been here for a while.
Oh, there's a lot of options. Okay.
Oh, I like that one. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
Honestly.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
You should join us, narrator. Join the good guys.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
When did I enter Oron High School Host Club? What the hell?
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Yep.
That's because she's perfect.
Honestly.
You think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Oh, ask her if she has a
I think
narrator.
he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Oh, do you have a narrator?
Where is it?
I don't know. I'm looking for it. I'm hoping.
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? Did I have to cut you out again? Really didn't care for that. What happened after I died?
What happened
oh,
after
yeah.
I died? Yeah.
I have to ask, did you... And
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh lord.
But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Dear
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Jeez Louise.
We added a
Listening to
poll.
her, that's a confession.
Honestly, the world sucks. People are like, hope I brought a slow, painful ruin to all of them.
I wonder if she'll react differently if you say that.
We're going for like the we rescue her route though, yeah?
I'd like to try and see. I mean, I kind of want to give her the chance to dick us over rather than us assuming she's bad.
No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
That's very
Good.
comforting.
See,
Great.
she didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure.
Do I have to cut you out again? I really didn't care for that last time.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
No.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists.
Dude.
And indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Thank you,
My
Liz.
love.
Yeah, sure, ask her. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
No.
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us.
I don't know about that
She
one.
is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best
I will say, she
decision
seemed
for
genuinely upset last time.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I'm being gaslit on all sides right now. Alright, let's rescue the
No.
princess.
I can't let you
God
do that.
damn
If
it.
you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes.
Oh.
Dear
Not
Lord.
on my watch, villain.
Mhm.
My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our
I think I
dearest,
found my new
I will
script for
end our
doing
life
sound
without
checks.
a second thought.
Honestly, Dragon Rider, same. That is how I feel about it.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That
It looks
should
slightly
have
less
worked.
horrific.
I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free. And you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and
And then-
smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Smothers.
She eats
And the
us.
key. Smothers is the key word here.
Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat?
Is that a promise?
You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do? Huh. Yeah. this one.
We leave.
That sounds perfect.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it
Oh, well.
tumbles the last hope for the entire world.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Dick.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
No. Not
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Do you think?
you can?
Yeah, I want her to do it. Hold on. Hulk smash.
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Oh, that's right. She said before that she'll do, like, she could
Of
erase our
course
minds
she
if we
can.
think
You believe in her,
she
right?
can.
Nobody is leaving.
Yeah, I think you got this.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try.
The princess tries the handle, and the lock clicks,
Hey.
and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you she could do it.
You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Your romantic haze, your love will set you free.
Our happy ending at last.
I don't want the music shift.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a
Our
princess.
feathers?
I don't like the hands.
Yeah. Mouse was like, why is it always too many hands? It's almost like I illustrated this. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Yeah, you'd think that would.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's the end for you, but not for me.
Not the end of it.
Yeah, whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Oh.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it.
The bloat, you've grown.
And we have feathers now. There's like feathers sticking out. You find yourself in the long quiet once again.
Proceed to the cabin.
You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
There's so many options, oh my lord. Okay. How much have changed? What does it feel like? When do you know the end of this? I'm finished. I'm gonna kill you. When I go back, it's as tell me, why can I not do the same Oh, we can't do the same thing as
Yeah, because things are
Those
different.
paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
So she's a completionist for a choose your own adventure.
God, oh, what a woman.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
There's the same thing, but
Well,
why?
why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Mm.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
What do you feel about me, these vessels I've been?
What was that?
Go down. There. These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
When this is all done,
Is a
what are you gonna do
child the
also
same as an
good?
infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What was the one you said?
When all this is done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
It's so creepy that they move her mouth.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Why me? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
God, the destroy your body option is so weird.
Eyes close in reflection.
Can't F5 my way out of this set in this one.
Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
It's an interesting exploration of causality and just inevitability, that you just have to make the decisions you make and move forward and learn.
I'm ready to go back.
This is really good.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
God, fuck, every time.
Everything goes dark and you die.
I forgot that was there.
All right, chapter 1, the hero and the princess.
Bring the
You're
damsel
on a
to her
path
is what that
in
was
the
called.
woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Let's
You're
not
here to slay her.
let's not give the narrator a
If
hard
you
time
don't,
this time.
it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, I
away.
like mouses. Walk away. Turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to
Yep.
turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. Thank you. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Bye.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange.
Fuck off.
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies.
Mm-hmm.
Forever.
That's not an option anymore.
You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
And you end up at the cabin.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology.
Oh, God damn it, sorry.
It's okay.
Astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah, well I guess I start walking a different direction again. In fact, I'm gonna just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Interesting choice of words there.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to
Oh
happen.
my god.
That is creepy.
The cabin is following us.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes.
Oh my god.
Glimpses of
Do
familiar
you hear the
wooden
music?
structures through the
Yup.
leaves.
Franz, how you doing?
But as you focus
Oh
on
my
your
God.
surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers
I'm fine. There's a lot of
aren't
cabins
just
on the
a
screen
trick
right now.
of
Yup.
light.
What
In
in
every
the bobbas?
direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin.
Oh, this is just like Bioshock.
Infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
This is just fantasy parable.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Go team.
The stranger. Oh, that's new.
Because
You're
we
on a
didn't
path
meet her last
in
time.
the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin,
What is?
and
is
in
that
the basement
a
of
wall?
that cabin is a princess.
Can we turn
You're here
around
to
and
slay
leave
her.
again? I wonder.
yeah.
If you don't,
sure.
it will be the end of the world.
Oh, there's so many chapter 2s.
Stay in the woods. If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever. Stay in the woods forever.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go
Oh,
further
jeez.
astray.
Okay. Cool. Oh my god. Yep, definitely go to that cabin right now where I'm definitely gonna slay that princess. The lie option is very good.
Alright. That is interesting though, because we are gonna meet her in chapter 2 because we didn't meet her the first time.
What do you mean? How do you mean?
Like
Like-
normally we meet her at least the first time. She'll remember us. The second time we go.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
I'm sure those walls have always been there. It
I
makes
was gonna
sense if you
say.
think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Oh, of course.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows
The
what we're thinking.
contrarian.
He's a captive audience.
Hilarious.
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
Incredible.
If by ruining my day, you
So,
mean ruining
Alora's the
everyone's day
contrarian?
forever, then yes,
Based on that
I
giggle?
suppose there are plenty of ways you can pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Stay focused on the task ahead.
Okay, let's just go. Head over.
Okay. Silently proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat,
Walls are so
she
we
will
don't
do
leave
everything
again.
in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Can't believe that.
Don't believe a word she says.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
I'm wondering, yeah, his line delivery is a little bit different.
Let's keep an open mind.
To the cabin.
The cabin interior is
What the hell?
A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there,
Jesus.
such that the seams are never
That's
quite
cool.
visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Is it moving with your cursor?
Yeah.
Nice.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on
Gabby.
that table is a pristine blade.
So we've seen this window, and this wall, and this wall.
I feel like we've seen all of these, or at least most of them.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I don't think we should take the knife right now.
Okay.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to
Exactly.
collect dust. Or
You
better
are the
yet,
contrarian this
grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against
Oh,
a
can I do
world-ending
that?
monstrosity anyway?
Let's throw it out the window. Why not?
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
But I want to throw it out the window.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess.
A princess.
How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
But I could.
Okay.
Oh, ho, ho, ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful
That's an interesting
geometry
choice of
and
words there,
stay
too.
Calm.
You're going to pull yourself together.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not. Yes,
Oh,
take
God
a
damn
deep
it.
breath. I'm all for.
Okay, what did he say? I'm not stopping.
I'm not going to stop
to
doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours, and quickly, if you don't mind. Jesus, he's such an asshole.
Take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Interesting, are you? Aw, damn, I can't throw the knife out the window. Alright, enter the basement.
Oops.
The door to the
Oh my
basement
God.
creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
Liz, if you're still in the chat, what's the artist
Escher.
that does... Thank you.
Yeah, MC Escher.
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Okay.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
Uh-huh.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality,
Ooh.
drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Jesus
I didn't like
fuck.
that.
Cool.
No, thank you.
Same.
Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
Probably.
We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
And what's that?
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? there'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
All right, I'm convinced.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay,
Ooh.
we get to pick.
Take the harsh stairs to the left, take the center staircase, or take the soft stairs to the right.
All right, chat. Harsh stairs, center stairs. So left, center, or right. Harsh. Okay. Harsh. All right, we got 2 for harsh. 3 for harsh. All right, let's do it.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against
Slide
your feet.
to the left.
The impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations
Everybody
up your
clap
legs
your hands.
until there's nothing left in them to
And
feel.
then just a chorus of hand clapping because of that creature.
The air around you grows
Oh.
cold the further you progress. At first, a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill.
I bet this one has a bunch of different endings just because of the sheer amount of staircases. What the hell?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Oh, that's creepy.
Less and
This
less
is all.
developed.
I would say this is a little line work. That's a really cool way to use your concept art too.
Physical
Yeah.
sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey. A continuous march forward. Consumption and betrayal.
What is?
Skepticism and blind devotion. Rivalry and submission. Terror and longing. Pain and unfamiliarity.
Okay, so all of
At the
these
heart of
are
it all,
different.
An emotion that can
How
only
many
be
are there?
described
1,
as
2, 3.
Are you just going to stand there?
What the fuck? What's her eyes? Oh, that was so cool. That's so creepy.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Her eyes are different in this one.
Also, the music's fun.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
We don't have the knife, asshole.
We don't.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
Ah.
You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Honestly, though.
Ooh.
All right. What's your name?
Yeah.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
She's a little colder.
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
I hate it here.
As the princess speaks
Come
again,
on, give us the
it's almost
tiefling
as if she
princess.
fractures.
Giant tiefling
Where there
princess.
was once just
Karlach
one of her.
princess.
There is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Do you know why you're... For all I know, you're locked down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here?
Maybe it's because I'm dangerous. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling.
Keep asking.
You're obviously just making things worse.
We just want Hot Devil Lady. Hi, Cobalt. Don't worry about it.
Well, we don't have many options.
Sure,
so
let's do
we'll
that
this
one. Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
What, like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here? Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs manage to chew you up,
I will devour you.
Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
There's more of you now.
Retrieve the
What's
blade.
that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin? I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. It must be fear creeping into your heart.
You know you can't stop me.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
I'm trying to see what the differences are between each of them. Because this one's more demure and this one has a smile, but these three look kind of similar.
Mm-hmm.
This one doesn't have eyebrows.
How would we even do that? Where would we start? Could always start by retrieving the blade.
Ooh, yeah, Gabby's got a good point. The way their arms are placed are different.
Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs.
Dragon Rider and Gabby both
Well, that's
got
where
that.
the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it. This
Oh,
is
keep
reaching
talking.
its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option
But according to her, there
is
are no
slaying
right
her.
answers. There are no wrong answers anyway.
Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Try and free her. I'm getting you out of here. Is it all the same request? Or is it all the same
Yeah.
section? I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement and retrieve the blade. Are we multipled as well?
Oh shit. That's cool.
Try it. I mean, that's the only option.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not right.
Uh-huh.
Go on. You take a step forward.
Oh,
Your foot
that's
lands,
interesting.
but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
Uh-huh.
You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
What?
Everything's
sorry,
happening
what?
at once. That sentence is
Is this what the
amazing.
end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Oh.
Jesus.
falls apart.
Oh.
Oh, God.
I think he's gone.
Thank you, Gabby. What in the Junji Ito?
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
Nope.
What happened to us?
What are we?
There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit.
They just don't fit.
Oh, I don't like that.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
I saw this screenshot and did not know what to make of it before we started, like, midway through the game.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
What? How do we help her?
Now, surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Me too, bud.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's okay. There'll be a billion hands in a second. I don't think
It's
you're
gonna be
supposed.
a...
I don't think you're supposed
Yeah.
to be fixed. Yep. How you like that perspective? But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
The thing was the illusion of choice.
Yeah.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Just approach it. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it.
The decay.
You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
I like that. It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse. nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Jesus Christ.
Hmm. What do you think?
I mean, I could justify a lot of them. That one's fine.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Yeah, what do you think of this? Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold.
Not unlike me, yeah.
They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Yeah, do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you'll want when we're finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Honestly, how can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
You ready to go back? Or do you want to
Yeah.
just be ready for the shatter? Though I am really curious about what destroy your body
when it is
does.
time for us to meet again.
God damn
Everything
it.
goes dark and you die.
Warned me and it still fucking got me.
All right.
Spiral vessel.
Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path. in the
Seriously,
woods,
Dragon Rider.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
Why don't we
And in the basement of that
call it here
cabin
if you'd like.
is a
I was saying we
princess.
call it or we take a little break.
We've been streaming for about 2 hours. I suspect this game goes on for a while. How about we call it for tonight?
All right.
I could do with a brain break, but this is fucking interesting. So, y'all are awesome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will continue this next time. Though next week, are we doing Baldur's Gate?
We are doing Baldur's Gate.
Alrighty, so we're gonna do Baldur's Gate next week. We'll have Gabby with us, and we'll be continuing our RP in Baldur's Gate. Yeah, Dragon Rider. This is yeah. As someone who's been doing a lot of ADHD reading, there is some truth to be found in here. All right, so. Thank you for joining us for tonight's stream. If you enjoyed the show, you can find many more shows as well as our previous episodes on YouTube at We Are Nerdsmith. You can follow us on socials, pretty much everything, for updates on when we go live. You can find links below the video. And you could join us in our Discord community for more fun every week. We are running some movie watching. Do we have any more horror movies for this month?
Tomorrow night we're watching Dawn of the Dead, the 2004 version.
What? Oh God. Sorry, just everything went crazy in the menu. I will say this. I think Gabby wins for the comment of the night. What in the Junji Ito? Definitely the vibe. Anyway, anything else we want to talk about? So you can find our collection, our ever-growing collection of nerdy, queer, and neurodivergent inspired merch at our shop, which is at etsy.com/nerdsmithshop. You can find that in the chat.
I got you.
Thank you so much. Oh God, it's changing again. Friday, we have the return of The Dragon's Crown, which is a D&D adventure featuring our very own Gabby and run by our beloved Franz.
And Thursday, we have our finality. Finality of Signals of the Lost, which is our Nerdsmith Presents played in the Outbreak Undead system. It's super fun. I've got some very fun stuff planned for our players. And yeah, stop in.
Alora's our GM, and I'm hiding in the background as producer.
We're doing a couple dice giveaways from Die Hard Dice. So if you have any interest in those, be sure to stop in and type "gimme" into the chat for a chance to win those. I believe we're giving away. We're giving away our D6 set and a pair of or set of surprise dice that we got. So
yes, thank you very much, Castle Die Hard. When we said put something in the comments section when you buy things, we mean it, because they sent us an extra set to do our giveaway with, which is awesome.
Yes, we'll be doing all of that, and then be tuned for this upcoming weekend, because we'll be putting out our schedule for November. So very, very excited, and stay tuned for all that.
If you enjoyed what you watched tonight and you want to continue supporting us, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/nerdsmith. You'll find a bunch of behind the scenes content, as well as some upcoming Patreon exclusive things. And yes, oh crap, November's already around the corner, Gabby, which means we're very close to Halloween, which is why we're playing spooky games and watching spooky movies. So thank you so much to everybody who watched, people who subscribed, and newcomers who came to watch the show. We really appreciate you, and we'll see you here next week. Have a lovely rest of your night. Have a great rest of your week. Be smart, make good choices, and above all, please do us all a favor and be good to each other. All right, everyone. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Hope you sleep okay. Bye. No existential dread here. Bye-bye. See ya.